The best part is, ladies and gentlemen of the audience, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or topics for us, we would love to have them. Otherwise, we could start to talk about other stuff. We've always got more games and...
How much other stuff could there possibly be in a week of video games?
Infinite, my friend.
That is craziness.
I know.
It just never ends, man.
So let me tell you something. The part where I drink more beer. Yes.
I will drink to that, Hadouken.
So okay, so let me since we're waiting for a topic here, or maybe you wanted to hear about it, let's talk about Fallout 4. Fallout 4, of course, is another it's the next chapter in the post-apocalyptic game where you basically, once again, you start in a place that's in a post-apocalyptic situation. I do like the start though. All right, so in a lot of the vast majority of the games that you play, you have the option of either being a male character or a female character.
Okay.
And the way that they do it in Fallout 4 is that basically it starts with you looking in the mirror. Okay. Mm-hmm. So it defaults to the man. Okay. Let's just be honest. It just defaults to the man. But what you can do is you can automatically switch to the wife of the gentleman and use her as the character. Of course, you could really customize both of them, but you're just going to want to customize one. And I'm not going to tell you why, but you're just going to customize one.
So, okay, I'm not going to ask my question.
Yeah, don't.
I had a question. I'm like, no.
But anyways, so then of course, so this happens pre-apocalypse. And then apocalypse happens, and then you wake up, and then you go through this barren wasteland.
As the person you saw in the mirror.
Yes.
Okay.
The one thing that I'm not 100% sold on is the city builder.
You're building a city in the game?
Yeah.
I haven't played the game at all.
So, okay, so it's not really... So you basically... You start off... You can create settlements. Mm-hmm. You, of course, got to gain... I like the... Okay, so Black Mage likes the fact that your son is based on both parents' features. Yes, so there is a reason to do both of them, but...
They talk about, like, dominant and recessive traits and all that stuff to get your offspring?
No.
No, that's unfortunate.
No, just basically conglomerates. It's like that website where you take a picture of you and your significant other, and then it spits out what your baby could potentially look like. And it looks nothing like either of my children.
Did you get the head size correct?
No. Anyways, so there's this aspect where you can build these like settlements for safe people and protect them against raiders and stuff like that. And I'll be honest, it is a bitch and a half to do. Like if you actually want to build any structures, mm-hmm. I end up just utilizing the buildings that are already there, and then like you've got to worry about water, you got to worry about food, you've got to worry about beds, you've got to worry about the happiness of the people, you got to worry about electricity, defense.
So it's like SimCity, only first person.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, you could play Fallout 4 from third person if you really wanted to. But I will tell you this. There are some serious clipping issues, which is the camera goes inside your character if you're standing in specific places. Nice. If you switch from first person to third person. So
are you enjoying the game? That's the real question.
I am. I am enjoying. I am enjoying Fallout 4. Like I was saying before the show actually started, one of the things that I find interesting and a little bit annoying about myself when I play Fallout 4 is that, okay, I love side missions. I will play the shit out of side missions. The vast majority of the time, I don't actually follow the main storyline until much, much later, which is great for the vast majority of the games because it's kind of built into me so I can level up my character. So when I do take on the main quest, that I actually stand a fighting chance of maybe just flying through it. I like to win.
You like to be OP.
I like to be OP.
Now, do you take our friend's suggestion here and maybe install a mod that makes you OP so all of your ammo like explodes?
No, I want to get to the OP status my way.
You're gonna be your own OP. Mm-hmm. Right on. I respect that. I respect that.
So So one of the things that I found about Fallout 4 is, first of all, you can, of course, like any RPG, you can toggle the quest tracker on and off. Okay, yep. Which is awesome. But my problem is I'll toggle on like a bunch of different quests or whatever, and I'll be going towards one of those areas to do something. Okay, but the problem is I will find like a building that's like on the way, and I'll be like, oh, I'll check it out, and then all of a sudden I'm not sure that it allows for you to just go off and do shit on your own like Skyrim. I'm here. Did I make it? I had a recital to attend. Yes, white kid, you're here. Right. Well, I don't know. You can kind of do your own thing in Skyrim, not in Fallout 4. I don't know if to the extent that you could do in Skyrim. It's not like you could stack or fill an entire house full of cabbage like you can in Skyrim. I don't know why you would do it, but you can. But I definitely there's definitely buildings and areas that you could clear in Fallout 4 that may have some relevance down the road. But right now, I'm just like walking into random buildings and then clearing them out of either the super mutants or the raiders. And I'm going to be honest with you. I did not play New Vegas, okay? And a lot of people are like, well, that's terrible because New Vegas was so much better than Fallout 3. I played Fallout 3 and got so pissed off and disgusted with the VAT system. I just didn't like it. And VAT system is basically it switches into a mode where you can basically shoot specific. You can basically set up shots for specific appendages, and then certain guns give you so many shots. For however much, I think it's like action points you have.
Yeah.
Of course, if you're running around, you lose your action points. So you need to basically just walk around to regain them. So, but in this one, I feel like the VAT system is much, much better. And I feel like I felt like Fallout 3 tried to shove the VAT system down your throat. Whereas in Fallout 4, I only use the VAT system if I've got like a really nasty enemy that I've got to take down, and I've got to make sure my shots count.
So for the most part, you're just using your gun like a normal person.
Yeah.
There you go.
And vast majority of the time, I'm shooting from the hip. I'm not aiming. I'm not holding down the right trigger that basically puts you into the reticle or tries to aim it down the sight. I'm basically just like I see where I'm pointing at. I'm going to pull the trigger and hope it kills.
And it usually works.
Absolutely. It usually works. Now, the thing about the VAT system, which is kind of cool, is, of course, it gives you a percentage chance of, if you choose this is the percentage chance of the bullet actually hitting that part. It's not like, I selected the head, therefore I'm going to always shoot the person in the head.
Headshot every time. That'd be convenient.
But it is a lot of fun to put in the VAT, to turn on the VAT system and then aim all your shots at the head and watch the brain and head just go.
Eventually you'll get one.
Absolutely.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And blow the head up.
But anyways, I really like Fallout 4. I've been playing a lot of it. I'll probably write a review of it. I know that I was supposed to write a review of Halo 5, but I'm still so disgusted with that game. I can't. I just can't.
No.
There's so much pissed off hatred for how they just left you at the end of the fucking single player game.
Halo 6, man.
No, it's called Halo 5 Chapter 2.
Oh, well, that works too.
See, here's the deal. For the individuals out there who don't know me, I am a single player. I like the single player game.
He just doesn't like people.
I don't like interacting with strangers.
I feel like a stranger every time I over here.
I've known this guy for way too long. God, way too long.
I was thinking about that the other day, actually.
Yeah, we're not going to say how long, okay? Don't.
No, I wasn't going to say it.
It's a long time.
I can't count that much.
No. Anyways, so my big deal is if you're gonna have a game that has a single player mode in it, it's got to have substance to it. It's got to have something that's going to keep me happy.
You mean not just a
through
tutorial?
the game? Yes. The best example is a game called Section 8. Section 8 was literally a tutorial. I beat the entire single player in like an hour and a half.
That's impressive.
And it's like, all right, let's play online. I'm like, all right, let's not.
No, that's not why I'm here, man.
Because here's my deal. I don't like playing because a lot of the multiplayer for like a Halo or Gears of War or something like that, or Section 8, the emphasis is put on I've got to be the most competitive person in the world, and everyone else is assholes. And actually, the problem is
the asshole.
The problem is that you've got a bunch of 12-year-olds who are just screaming at you and about my mother and stuff. You're just kind of like, God,
How do they know your
why is
mother?
this? They don't.
Ah,
They're trying to get under your skin.
that's the problem.
Okay, so but here's the deal. So people will be like, well, okay, well you play Smite, so what's the difference? Smite, there's a couple modes. It's just let's just play and have fun. You don't take certain things in Smite seriously. Yes, of course, there is a competitive piece to it, but there are a couple modes that's just kind of like let's just beat the crap out of each other, which of course is Arena, or Assault, where it just assigns you a reign of God, and then you run up a single lane. And but so I don't play online. I don't play online games a lot that are very competitive. I do play my one MMO that I think I'm finally ready to throw the towel in on. Is Defiance, basically because I've maxed it out, dude. I've maxed it out. You, sir, have never been in a joust. Yes, I have been in a joust. I used to play 3-on-3 joust.
I think he means like in real life.
No, joust is a mode in Smite.
Okay, I think he means in real life. That's just me.
Well, in that case, I have been in a bicycle joust, sir, and I won.
Did you have like a sword to stab your enemy with?
It was like a PVC pipe with a bunch of no Smite. Told you. With a bunch of like dish rags on the end.
Oh, so we're gonna say like knives.
No, we're not playing for keeps, man.
That's how I play, man. No quarter.
We're playing for honor
and blood.
No blood. Well, technically, if you fall off your bike in the wrong place, you probably
there will be blood.
There will be blood. Isn't that a movie about oil?
Yes, and it had
Depends on who you mean. Then, Wukong for life. On her, or who's the other person? Oh my God, I'm blanking out. Ymir. I like some Ymir. Actually, Ymir got a lot of play in the Smite World Championship. A lot more play than a lot of people. I hate Ares because of what happened.
Well, no, it's if you play against a good Ares.
Oh, yeah,
that's
absolutely.
what's painful.
Yeah, it's very painful.
And there's some gods that if you play against, like they could be a mediocre player and still be annoying with a certain god because there's a low skill level. You play against some gods which are mediocre, they're just terrible.
Yes.
And so it just kind of depends in that regard.
So yes, Smite, I love it. I don't play a lot of it, but anytime a World Championship comes around, I'm in the crowd.
And every once in a while, you'll fire it up. Give it a little click.
No, I didn't bring my bag down here. I have a bunch of.
It's over there.
I've got a bunch of.
I moved it out of my seat.
No, not that bag. No, the Smite bag.
This stuff.
No. The Odin revamp made me sad. They've been doing a lot of revamps and stuff, and like On Her was a very popular hunter, but it never got played. But anyways, okay, so back to Fallout. Where were we?
You were talking about Fallout 4 and Halo.
Or Halo, yeah.
And the VAT system.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so
that you like Halo. That you basically like.
So I'm gonna write a review of Fallout 4. I'm almost 100% sure, and then of course I'm gonna go to the latest and greatest Assassin's Creed because I won in a contest. I actually won a contest,
Dude,
ladies and gentlemen.
This is like 3 AAA titles in a month.
I know.
Is your brain? Do I need to like do a little readjust the nuts?
No.
No. Okay, just checking.
No, I've got plenty of. That being said, I've got plenty of games, plenty of independently developed games that you need to be on the lookout for. And I'm going to take a second to apologize. There's 2 developers out there who gave us review codes, and somehow they got eaten by the mean, nasty mail server, and I just found them. So there's a game called, hold on a second here, let me just close this. There's a game called Ghost Cleaner, and it's like, it's kind of like Peggle meets World of Goo. World of Goo, of course, is the game where you're basically stretching the goo to make like towers and stuff to get different places. Peggle, of course, is a game where you're trying to shoot a ball and you're trying to hit all the specific.
To, like, shoot goo.
So no, what happens is you're going to have like all these different configurations. Some of them are going to be like what looks like World of Goo, kind of like interlocking pieces with where the points that you're trying to hit are each where the lines go, and when you break them apart, it kind of bounces around like World of Goo would. Mm-hmm. It's a great game. I mean, it's a great game, and I'm really sad that it's taking me so long for me to review it. But be on the lookout for a Ghost Cleaner review, and of course, a game that's dear to our hearts because it's one of the most popular Ouya games. Which the Ouya is, if you're going to see us at a convention, you're not going to see the Ouya with us.
Unless I bring mine.
Unless Zealeus brings his. The Ouya game is Tennis in the Face.
Oh yeah, I know that game.
It's so much fun. Oh, and then another game that we just got a hold of is called Horror in the Asylum, which I'm really excited to play. So there's a ton of independently developed games that Altered Confusion is going to be getting their hands on. And yes, if you have noticed, I kept saying, I will play, I will play, I will play. Zealeus, of course, has met his personal quota of like one game every 8 months with his review of Dark Era.
Yes.
So there you go. Now, a lot of people have been asking about playthroughs for Altered Confusion, and I am going to start doing playthroughs. Expect a playthrough of the Aquatic Adventures of the Last Human, playthrough of Ghost Cleaner, which I don't know if that's all going to be all that fun to watch, but you might find enjoyment of my random utterances.
Charlie's an utterer.
I am. When I play, I make strange noises and say weird stuff.
Oh, I noticed when I played during Extra Life.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, Altered Confusion has participated in 4 straight Extra Lives, and we will be participating once again in 2016. So if you want to, be on the lookout for our Extra Life team, which I'll probably just create, and of course we'll be doing the actual Extra Life thing in November. Now, one of the really fun, important questions that we always get asked is, what conventions are we going to this year? So for those out there who do not know, we are going to Cayuga in a couple weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. We'll be in Cayuga, which of course is in Chattanooga.
Right.
3. 3 Fridays from tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll be in Cayuga, which is in Chattanooga, Tennessee, where we'll be giving 2 panels. Video games today and the destruction of the game industry as we know it. We'll also have a fan table there where we'll be showing off independently developed games. They'll be on the PC, but we'll be using 360 controllers for those games. Come by, see us. Tickets are still available for the Cayuga. Not sure about where you'd be able to get a hotel room, but the vast majority of the stuff is happening at the Chattanooga Convention Center, and then the evening half is happening at the Chattanooga Choo Choo.
Choo Choo!
We highly recommend that you go to the restaurant called The Terminal, which is basically right next to the Choo Choo.
Rock on.
The next convention we're going to be at is at AndoCon. That, of course, is the 11th through the 13th of March. It's happening in Atlanta, Georgia at the Marriott Perimeter. We'll be giving our 2 panels, once again. We will not have a table there because this is one of those layback conventions that we actually want to play games. And, of course, hope that does IGDA hold regular meet and greets? Do you mean meetings? Like different? Because what IGDA, so IGDA Atlanta, specifically Atlanta, they hold an event every single month. If you're looking for a specific chapter, I would highly recommend you go to igda.org, and you can find out if there's a local chapter, and they could tell you what meetings they're going to do. Now, of course, Georgia basically has a weird thing happening. They have the IGDA Atlanta chapter. They also have the GGDA, the Georgia Game Developer Association. Why they don't combine the two, that is a very long story. And let's just say that once upon a time, the GGDA was the IGDA Atlanta chapter, but IGDA decided to close the chapter, so those individuals decided to create their own, and so there's no chance of them coming back together, from my understanding. At least that's the urban myth. But the GGDA holds an event every single month on the second Tuesday of every single month.
There you go.
So, anyways, so that's back to AndoCon. We're going to be playing lots of games, hopefully a lot by Craig Campbell, Dave Lupo, and any of the other individuals there. Let's see here. April is NashiCon, which we're still trying to find out about. NashiCon is actually in Columbia, South Carolina. I kept saying Nashville, Tennessee. It's
Seems
not
like
in
it should
Nashville. It is in Columbia, South Carolina, and hopefully we find out some more information about that. Maybe a table and maybe some panels, and we'll be there in April at the beginning, near the beginning of April, if I if I remember correctly. May is MomoCon. MomoCon will be, of course, the convention that's held at the Georgia World Congress Center. It's at the end of May, and we, of course, will be there. Actually, I think all three of us will be here. I know you only see two of us, but there is a third part to the Ultra Confusion panelist, videocaster. We are a trio, and of course, we're hoping that he'll be there. We'll have a table there. Of course, we'll be giving our two panels. If you notice, we've given two panels at every single convention. The reason why, actually, the original reason why, is that there was a convention we went to that said that you had to have two panels in order to get a free badge. So we've been doing two panels ever since. We could do more than that, and actually, I believe that I'm going to be tagged for a couple more at Cayuga and possibly Con Carolinas, which is in June, which is, fortunately or unfortunately for me, is the weekend after MomoCon. So I'll be going to Con Carolinas, which is in just north of Charlotte. And then, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news, Ultra Confusion is also going to be going to a convention in November. It's called, I believe it's called the Great Fandom Greenville. It's happening in November, and Ultra Confusion is going to be giving two panels, and we'll have a table. I have not talked to Zealeus or Jesse to see if anyone's going to actually be coming with me, but we're going to Greenville in November.
There'll at least be a team of one.
There'll be a team of one. And if no one else can come, I will grab a random person like I did that one year at MomoCon, where I grabbed a person who was there to take pictures, and he ended up being on the panel, and lo and behold, he's now really good friends with us. Ladies and gentlemen, that would be the one and only Blaine Humphreys.
I think you found a new strategy for finding people for the Ultra Confusion team.
Just find media people that show up to our panel?
Pretty much.
White Kid! Come jump on the mic! But in all seriousness, if you see us at a convention, flag us down. We'll have, like I said, we'll have fan tables at the vast majority of them. We love to talk, and that really shows, since this show is already 3 minutes over the deadline. So I'm going to stop talking
Past
now.
my bedtime.
Zealeus has to go to bed, ladies and gentlemen.
Charlie rambles, which is good. We need a person who can ramble. Because I am not a rambler.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately,
if I did the podcast, it'd be like 10 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, this is the end of our show.
Wait, the show's over?
The show is over for now.
Until when is it on next time?
Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
7 o'clock Central Time.
And of course, we'll have the one and only Eddie Webb on to talk about Pugmire.
We're going to talk about pugs.
But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to learn about more information about what Ultra Confusion does and what they want you to know about, of course, you can go to our website,
ultraconfusion.com.
You can go to our Facebook page,
at Ultra Confusion,
our YouTube channel,
at Ultra Confusion LLC,
our Twitter feed,
at Ultra Confusion but it's missing an N because somebody forgot to type it into the interwebs.
No, it's because Ultra Confusion is too long of a username. At least it was when I made the Twitter account.
What?
So the N is left off. Actually, the N's left off because if we were to add the N, the internet would explode.
But think of the doomsday device that we could create with such power.
And of course, if you are watching this on YouTube, because yes, ladies and gentlemen, we do record every single one of these shows and then put it on YouTube. And a new little trick that Ultra Confusion is doing now is we're actually, not only we're giving you the full show, the full hour and 20 minutes now, but we are also going to give you a breakdown, or basically we're going to give you little segment videos that you can find also.
Whoa, it's crazy.
Yep. So please go to ultraconfusion.com, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow us on Twitch.
And love us on Twitch. Heart us on Twitch. Do the thing on Twitch.
Do everything you can, man. And of course, tell your friends, because we love to have as many people as possible giving us conversations, comments, blah, 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 all that stuff. So, yeah. So thank you for tuning in to the Ultra Confusion Thursday Night Hangout. Tune in next week where we'll have Eddie Webb on live. And of course, be on the lookout for any streams that I might be throwing up there as I game.
And remember, kids, keep on gaming in the free world.
Amen to that, brother.